Hey, with this Zaccheus, when they're not alive, word of the day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. You're coming in for the first time. I thank you. Consistently supporting me. I thank you as well. Now, on today's episode, this is different. Recently, just Sunday, just Sunday, my cousin called me. My cousin Mertlin called me and told me disturbing news, very disturbing news that my cousin's Roy son was shot, killed by the police. He lost a son a few days ago, 7 days ago, to the police in Brooklyn, in Canarsie in Brooklyn. Hit home. He talk about some bad news. Pray for me, my family. Talk about some bad news. Now, it did hit headlines. Did hit the news. Still shocked, still dealing with it the best way I can. Reach out to my cousin, give them time to grieve, give them time to, cause we didn't get together, put together the funeral going away. Now, the police that shot him allegedly said he was holding a gun. Allegedly said he was holding a gun when they shot him, because his girlfriend, they have a kid together, little girl. His girlfriend called because they had a domestic situation, called the police on him. As he went over to the house, she called the police. Police arrived and allegedly said that he was holding a gun. Now, here's further details on the left-hand side. Family of man fatally shot by police in Brooklyn. Calls for release of body cam footage. Now, my cousin, the son is called Royston Bacchus Jr. His father wants to see the release footage of the body cam that the police had. What really went on? Why is he dead? What really went on? And the body cam. So my cousin Senior, Royston Bacchus Sr. My name is Bacchus too as well. It's my first cousin. Gonna look into this and try to get some insight of what really went on.
We begin with that deadly officer-involved shooting in Canarsie, Brooklyn. It happened this morning as police responded to a domestic call. Police say officers repeatedly told an armed suspect to drop his gun. When he failed to comply, police shot him in the chest. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson is in Canarsie with the details. Kimberly?
Well, Joe, police have not yet released the suspect's name, but people here tell me he lived not far away and that he was actually running home when police shot and killed him. The entire incident was captured by the officer's body cameras, footage that has not been released.
That gun was out and in his hand. And this was a really close encounter.
Police say this revolver that a 28-year-old man pointed at NYPD officers here on Coventry Road in the Canarsie section of Brooklyn. This is where things ended. This all started about a block and a half away at this apartment building on East 86th Street. Officials say a 27-year-old woman who has a little girl with the suspect called 911. Police have been to this address twice before for domestic incidents. This time it was right around 9 in the morning.
The female reporter stated that there was a male harassing her. She also reported that she was actively working on an order of protection, a restraining order against that male.
When the officers arrived at the building, the suspect took off running, heading towards Coventry. Once there, police say they ordered him several times to drop that revolver, but he refused. They fired one shot that hit him in the chest.
I started screaming like, "Where's the ambulance? It's taking too long for the ambulance to come."
Devin didn't want to show his face, lives around the corner, and heard the single shot.
They was talking to him. They were saying, "Stay with me, stay with me." His fingers was moving. It's not until he started to have a seizure and they started panicking.
Police say the chain of events took just 6 minutes.
There was an ambulance called. We rendered aid, and we subsequently made that decision to transport him by patrol car to the hospital because we wanted to save his life.
And that ambulance did end up coming and followed behind the police car. Officials say the suspect's revolver was loaded. I did make contact with the woman who called 911. She did not want to comment. For now, we're live in Canarsie. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
So according to the sources, it happened after a 27-year-old woman called 911, telling the dispatchers that a man she knew was harassing her, which is her boyfriend, harassing her outside of her door. She also told the police that she was in the process of getting a restraining order against him. According to the NYPD, 6 officers from the 67 precinct responded and spotted the man, later identified as Royston Bacchus, my cousin. Royston Bacchus, who was matched for matched the description. They saw he took off running, and the officers chased him about a block and a half onto the Coventry Road. Now, if there was something doesn't add up, they were chasing him. He was holding a gun. But if they shot him in the chest, did he stand? Did he turn around and start shooting at them? Now, let's try to make this make sense. They said he was shot in the chest, but did he turn around and he started running? He was running, they were chasing him for a half a mile. They was chasing him. A block away, just chasing him, running after him. The hell he was shot in the chest when the police arrived. If he was running up the block, something is not added up. Sometimes you gotta dissect stories and news media, because not everything you hear is what it is. Not everything you hear is what it is. I'm looking forward to see the further investigation on this matter. Because remember, when the police shoot, they ask questions later. They ask questions later. You're already dead. There's no turning back. You're already gone. Now, shoot first, ask questions later. That's how they roll. And when they shoot to take you out. No shooting on the legs or the arm. They shoot to take you out. And we gotta teach our kids to conduct themselves around police. Because when they shoot you, there's always a creative story behind it. They always have, oh, he was a criminal, or he did this, he did that, he did this. Now, according to the news source, they said they were called several times because of domestic situations that happened between my cousin Royston Jr. and his girlfriend. Now, according to the sources, police said he had a loaded revolver in his hand during the chase and was told multiple times to drop it. They saw he refused, and the officers fired once, hitting him in the chest. The community members, including an anti-violence organization, as well as council members Chris Banks and the assemblywoman Monique Chandler Waterman and States Senator Roxanne persuaded gathering to members of Bacchus and share the stories about him comforting his grieving family. Now, you know your own son. Listen, Royston is 28 years old. And he had problems with the girl. He had issues with the woman that he was dealing with. They have a child together, a little girl. And you see, now it's gonna come to the it has to dive into the investigation because you gotta know exactly what happened. Because when it comes to our folks, and I'm gonna say it again, reiterate it, they shoot first, ask questions later. And that's the operation. Now, I won't be surprised if these police officers get off or nothing will happen, any justice will happen. Now, according to them, he waved a gun. According to the police report, he waved a gun and they told him to put it down multiple times. And I gotta say allegedly because it wasn't there. And she called the police because they had issues. Because him and this girl had issues. And she had a restraining order, getting ready to put in a restraining order against him. Maybe he was, and from according to what my cousin told me, that he was coming from a party. Maybe he was under the influence. He was a little tipsy. That could have happened. That could happen. And he came at 9 o'clock to her location where she's with a little girl. Listen, I tell my son, he's 14, I tell my kids this, that when the police tell you to do something, do it. Don't give them a reason. Do not give them a reason. Don't give them a reason. Don't rile them up. Just do what they tell you to do. You see, this case right here, when my cousin is involved, I'm grieving. The family is grieving. Excuse me. The family is grieving over this matter. Grieving. We're grieving. Pray for us. He had so much. He had so much ahead of his life. Only 28 years old. Had a whole life ahead of him to live his life. The little girl that he had with her, she will never see her father as she get older. And now that same girl that called the police got to explain to her daughter that daddy was killed by the police, and because she was afraid for her life. Gotta explain that to your little girl as she get old, when she gets older. And in the meantime, she can know that daddy is missing. She can want to know who her daddy is, and daddy is missing. This is tough. And this is rough. When you never know what the day may bring. You never know what's going to transpire during the day. That's why I'm a big advocate of praying over your family, praying for your kids, even no matter how old they get. You keep a prayer life, develop a prayer closet, and you pray over your family, pray over your loved ones, because you never know what they're facing. My cousin, I speak to him every now and then. My cousin, his father, Royston's father, which is Royston Bacchus Jr. He's close to he's 1 year older than me, that's it. Only by a few months. And son, to hear this happen to his son, it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to know that that was his only son. And he has daughters too as well, but that, man, it hurts. It hurts. When it hits home, it hurts. It hurts. Can never get over this. Won't be able to get over this for a while. It's painful. And it's got to be a diving deep into the investigation and see what's going to happen. And if you find yourself arguing with, this is for the fellas now, for the fellas, if you find yourself always in conflict, always in argument, consistent disarray, the relationship is toxic. It's got so toxic that she gotta, every time she sees you, she feels threatened. She gotta call the police. You have to ask yourself that question. Is it worth staying in that relationship? Is it worth being in that relationship? Yeah, you may have a child with her. Or you may have 2 children with her. You can pay your child support, but you know what? Yeah, you're losing money, but at least you have your life. At least you're not faced with the police. At least. Yes, you may have very little money on you when you finish paying your child support, but at least you have your limbs, you have your life, and you have your peace. You're paying that child support, but at least you have your peace. You can co-parent, be civil. You don't have to be with her, because if you're not getting along, and as you see the relationship is tipsy-turvy, you see the relationship is going in a toxic direction, and you see that she's very confrontational. You see that she's always picking an argument, always arguing with you, and every time she's putting a restraining order against you. She feels threatened when you're around her. Don't put your hands on her, but she feels threatened when you're around her, and you feel that you have to go. If she feels that that she can bring you out of character, that you may have to lay hands on her or shake her. It's best to go your way. It's best to leave. It's best to break up. You'll be doing yourself a favor. It's best to go your way. Don't fight up. Don't argue all the consistent arguments all the time. Don't explosive. The arguments have to become an explosion, a tornado hitting a volcano. It don't have to be that way. You don't have to be. You could co-parent. You don't have to be with her. You find yourself always in a tornado hitting a volcano. It's best to go your way. It's best to go your way. Do not put yourself in a predicament that she's calling the police and you're confronted by the police. Do not put yourself in a predicament that you feel that you're getting so angry that she take you out of character and you feel like putting hands on her. That's the time to leave. That's the time to break up. That's the time to go. Because if you two have to bring each other out of character, is the relationship worth saving? The answer is no. Your life, your peace of mind, your peace of mind. Now I understand, a friend used to always iterate this with me, that some people do not favor peace. They don't mind having drama in their life. They don't want peace. Well, you gotta want peace for yourself. You wanna favor peace for yourself. Is that relationship worth saving? If she don't want peace, but you want a peace of mind, it's best to go your way. Who cares what anybody say? Who cares how it look? Oh, you're breaking up with your baby mother? Doesn't matter how it look. You gotta have a peace of mind. You gotta save yourself from the drama. You gotta save yourself from police coming in your face. You gotta save yourself your life. You gotta save your life. Now, if she's putting a restraining order against you, keep your distance. Talk to her from a distance. And if you have to co-parent, keep a distance. Keep yourself at a good distance. And you can co-parent. You can sell that child support money, but you don't have to see her. You can see your daughter. Make arrangements so you can see your daughter. Make arrangements so you can see your child. You can make arrangements that way. But when the relationship is toxic, it's not worth saving. What does the Bible say? Well, what does the Bible say again? Proverbs 25:24. It is better to live on a corner of a roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome wife. With a quarrelsome wife, you find yourself always arguing. It's more negative. The negative way outweighs the positive. You got to reconsider the relationship. Listen, my cousin second cousin, Royston Bacchus Jr. didn't go over her house, he would have been living today. If Royston Bacchus Jr. maybe just wanted to see his daughter, and maybe he was, I don't know what the situation is mentally, but that day, if he didn't venture over there, he would have been alive. If he just made arrangements to go see his daughter, call her up. I just want to see my daughter. I don't want to bother with you. I don't want to deal with you. I'm just there to see my daughter. That's it. Just when they here to see my baby, that's it. Me and you, we're through. But a lot of young guys, man, they don't. It's a lot of times that you feel the need to be with her. You feel the need that you gotta see your child. You gotta see her the same. You gotta deal with her. Yes, you gotta deal with her because you have a child with her, but you don't have to be with her. If tables were turned, this is a nightmare, and I just I wish if I could turn back the hand of time. I could turn back the hand of time, and somebody told him, said, "Listen, just go deal with her. Just go deal with your baby. Just make arrangements with her just to deal with your baby." He would have been. He would have had a life today. He's been living today. It's hard to say this, when there's other people and you share stories like this, it's one thing. You wish them a condolences, but I'm asking you to wish me and my family a condolences. Keep us in prayer. Keep us in your prayers. Keep me and my family in your prayers during these hard times, during these rough and hard times. The live word of the day is coming out of Psalms 31 verses 9. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I am distressed. My eyes grow weak. My sorrow, my soul and body with grief. And right now, feeling sorrowful, feeling grief. So just keep me and my family in prayer during these hard times. Keep us in prayer. But this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. And remember, always keep your family members in prayer. And keep yourself in prayer, but also keep your family members in prayer for their protection as well as yourself. But this is Zaccheus with another live word. Until next time.